There you go. You can see that, right? Anybody coming up these stairs? Hi, everybody. Welcome. Clara! Wow, questions right off the cuff. No, my favorite meal right now is probably Italian. I'm doing a lot of spaghetti, vegan meatballs. Um, I think I might even park it a little closer down here. There we go, that's better. All right, here we go. Day 4 of the Drop Meat campaign. That's Displaced Meat campaign. We're here telling people not to eat meat. We're telling them to eat plant-based meat. Especially great when you're in transition for transitioning over to a whole food plant-based diet. So, welcome to the chat, everybody. My favorite meal right now, I would definitely say, is ethnic. As far as ethnic goes, I would say spaghetti and vegan meatballs. Yeah, I like to put a little Vio Life Parmesan on it. I like to season it with little crushed red chili flakes, some oregano, some basil. There you go. You want to see the sign? There it is. Meat is not healthy. You don't want to eat it. It's full of a cocktail of baddies, from heterocyclic amines to IGF-1. I mean, God, I know it's like I'm a broken record repeating the ingredients, but people need to hear the ingredients, you know? And I'm getting good at drilling them out pretty quick. All right, guys, I'm gonna look kind of goofy because I got to lean in to see your comments because of the glare. But yeah, meat's not healthy, everybody. Yeah, Italian, spaghetti, vegan meatballs. That's it, Nokia. That's it. That's my favorite meal right now. But I cipher through all kinds of different meals. As a vegan, you can eat Mexican, Italian, Greek, American. I mean, that's what this sign pretty much is about. American, you know? There you go. We're kind of doing a little, right now we're starting off soft. We're doing a little car activism. There could still be people that walk by and I can engage them in a conversation, like right now, these guys. But I might move a little later to an area of better access, better exposure. So, what's going on, guys? You guys want to try the questions?
No, I'm good, man.
Little critical thinking. That's it. That's all it is.
Appreciate it.
Just 2 questions. If you're aware of the process underlies animal-based meat.
Actually, let's hear it.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. All right, you're on my YouTube live. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So, are you guys familiar of the process that is underneath what you pay for when you buy animal meat?
What do you mean underneath? I
Like,
assume, goes
the system,
slaughterhouse.
everything you're paying for, everything you're paying for. Like as far as how meat is processed. Like, are you familiar with that?
Isn't there just a few main slaughterhouses and that's it?
Yeah, like everything's, I can distill it for you. Like basically from A to Z, we pay for a female cow to be raped. Essentially, a farmer will put their hand in their anus, hold down their cervix. And they'll put it could be like a dildo to get them warmed up, or it could be like a different utility. But what they'll do is they'll insert ejaculated bull semen into the cow against its will. And then the cow's gonna have, a baby. If it's a boy, what do you think's gonna happen?
Kill
Well, they'll go to veal. A lot of times they go to veal, or they'll go to certain systems that will grow them and rear them for cattle, for beef, for animal meat, animal burgers. During that period of their life, they get punched, they get spit on, they get laughed at, they get kicked, they get bullied. Some people will do sexual things to them, because all bets are off when you're behind the curtain of factory farming. 99% of all of our farming that we are exposed to nowadays via channels is all factory farming. So I'm speaking on that behalf right now. But when you get to the end, the cow's hung upside down, gets his throat slit wide open, and then it's harvested, and then they put it in this pretty little package to make us all feel great. So that's the process there. Do you know the process of plant-based meat?
Yeah.
Okay.
For the
Explain it
most
to me.
A bunch of unhealthy processed seed oils kind of put together. And
Okay.
then you get some,
This is why I'm having conversations like this with you guys out here in the public, kind of disrupting societal flows, because that's what everybody thinks. Do you know what, say, I'll give you an anecdote. Do you know what, and I'm not trying to sell any company, but Beyond Meat just displaced their seed oils with what oil? Do you know?
No.
They got rid of their seed oils. So that's not, that is something from months ago now.
Yeah, but it's still all fake shit.
Well, plants, lentils, fava beans, peas. So they take all these vegetables and they process them, right? They might ground up the peas and extract the protein. And then essentially it's a process of heating, cooling, and pressure. That is the process, as opposed to what I just described to you as far as animal meat. Heating, cooling, and pressure, fortified with vitamins, minerals, lipids, proteins, water, and then presented as a veggie burger. So if you think about it, it's not too scary. There's the whole chemical thing is a red herring. I don't know what, do you know the chemicals that people are talking about when they're talking about chemicals?
No.
Because there aren't none. It's a red herring. So the second question is, and I appreciate you guys staying with me for so long, which one would you rather put in your body, one, and which one would you rather pay for with your energy and show that you want to see more in the world as a value, as far as your values go as a human being?
Personally, I would rather put real meat in my body, and second, I would rather put more energy into more,
Better farming.
Better farming, not just like slaughterhouses, more
Yeah.
local farming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I get that a lot. I do a lot of these dynamic, and I get that all the time, and that's your heart talking right there, because you know that there's a problem with what we're doing in general. Like, deeply recessed, I think you even know that taking the life of somebody that doesn't want to die, that's pretty wrong too, especially when we have all these readily available vegan options that are out there, and the ADA, who's the biggest body that certifies nutrition and assimilates peer-reviewed research, laments that we can be vegan from pregnancy to elderhood argument off the table. Like, we have this stark implication nowadays that's just hovering like an elephant in the room. So if we don't need it for our nutrition, why the hell are we doing this to them?
Convenience?
Habit,
people ain't gonna change your mind.
culture, and taste, I would say. Those four things: convenience, habit, culture, and taste.
Yeah.
So what could I convince you guys today, or what's the biggest thing that would stop you from going vegan?
Oh, dude, there's just no way. There's just no way. But I appreciate you.
Yeah, I mean,
Spreading
this is
good words.
insightful. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Before you go, take some of these cards if you'd like. It's just a speech on there. There's a speech on there. It's not me, it's another guy, and he's really profound with his words. But reflexively, that's all of our answers. When I was interfaced like this, I always had the same reaction you did. I even made fun of the guy, I'd ridiculed him. I was violently opposed to it, and then a day came along where things just kind of steeped in the truth is patient.
Yeah.
It's very patient, and it doesn't mind being questioned. And hopefully you'll steep with things and check out the resources on there. Because until you're vegan, we keep sending poor, helpless beings just to look up at the slaughterman, face that merciless scythe, that wrath, just for the sake of our taste pleasure, until we're vegan. So I'll leave you with that.
Yeah, man. Appreciate
So
you. It's been
absolutely, my
insightful.
name's Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Check out my card if you want.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you guys for having the guts to stop by and listen.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks
So-
for preaching.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Have a great day.
Thank you, man.
If you're just getting here, these are the kind of conversations we're going to be having today, guys. We're just kind of being kind of a vessel of information. We're imparting information that people might not get in their everyday societal flows. And we're telling them that meat's not healthy. simply because it isn't. And we're telling them, I don't know if you guys saw that interaction there, but those guys, what they thought about plant-based meats is that's the collective hive mind right now. That's what everybody thinks of plant-based meats. Everybody. So, you know, please do some thinking. Don't listen to societal narratives. Independently think on your own. Go down rabbit holes of information. By the way, can everybody hear me? My mic system's in a different place today. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, everybody like and subscribe, hit the notification button. Thanks, Clara. Evolution made us eat meat. Bella, you're right. You know, I wouldn't word it like that though, but I would say we evolved while eating meat. I wouldn't say it was, or maybe it was in certain historical contexts. Maybe it was necessary at a certain point because food and foraging and plant foraging was kind of off the table. But that was when it was a must. And that was when we were surviving. So in 2025, we can further evolve. And we can use our intelligence, our resourcefulness, and our compassion to create plant agriculture systems, and systems of stewarding people's health, the animals, and the planet. So that's where I would challenge your argument. I think it's a very archaic argument. Hi there. How you doing? You want to try 2 questions? Okay, have a good day. That's how I would respond to that. Clara, who else has a question? Why not just eat plants instead of plant-based meat? Matt, that's a great. So today's campaign is kind of just to get people out of the whole meat thing. Eating plant-based meat is not the definitive healthy thing you can do for yourself, but it's 10 times healthier than eating animal-based meat. And it's a great transitionary thing. For police, they wanted to see the sign. Let them see the sign. It's good for your transition to a whole food plant-based diet. Of course, whole food plant-based is the healthiest thing you can do for your health, everybody. Whole food plant-based, organic, veganic, you know, there's the levels of which you want to reach eventually, but the bare minimum, and what we're fighting for today, is taking the animal off the table. I'm gonna try doing it like this. Maybe I can just interface you guys until we get some more conversations here. I thought that last conversation went really well. I felt that, I vibed that out. We were at a hard impasse. Nobody was inquisitive, but try to leave them with a little truth, send them on their way. All right, who's got a good question? Are you shooting B12? Well, guess what? Vegans and meat eaters both supplement with B12. Did you know that? Who knew that? That both vegans and meat eaters supplement with B12. That's right, game changers. So 99% of the cows nowadays are supplemented with B12. They don't get it from the soil. So vegans actually take it directly, the supplement. They don't get the supplement through an animal. What's up, buddy? The guy looks like he wants to fight me. Let's see if he comes over. All I want is a healthy chat. That's it. We just want a healthy chat. All right, who else has a question, a good question? That's not a good question. I love having a slab of meat. I can see you from my attic window. No, you can't. Yes, thanks for specifying. Not all genes, but even if they don't get B12 from the soil, especially with cobalt, and cows can synthesize B12 from cobalt. So do you want to take the supplement directly, or do you want to get your supplement from a middle animal? Or a middleman? Middle animal. That makes sense, right? You want to get it from a cow who's getting it supplemented? Don't let that be your objection to making the compassionate choice. Something as arbitrary as B12. Hang on, I gotta adjust something real quick, guys. Okay. So I plan on having a few professionals on the channel. I actually have an interview tentatively coming up next week where we're going to address some common objections. It's not about B12, but I do plan on having some plant-based doctors on the channel to kind of cut through the obfuscating that a lot of non-vegans and interests do to make it think like you have to get B12 from meat, which is fallacious. Hi there. You want to try? You'd be on my YouTube live just for 2 questions. Up to you, up to you. I'll ask you, you don't have to be on it, but I got a few people in here. I'm just asking the public today if they know, if they're familiar with the processes of 1, animal-based meat and the process of 2, plant-based meat, because they're both processed.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the animal-based meat?
I am familiar with both processes.
Okay.
I
Okay.
do eat meat, but I'm also an advocate for the fact that plant-based meats and alternatives are just as valid.
Yeah.
I often have a conversation
I
with
love
my
that.
dad or a partner that they're like, why do you have to make this? And I said, think about what would be in it otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the difference?
Please listen to her. Listen to this intelligent woman here.
I
Yes.
see a lot of it, and it's really just marketing.
It's marketing.
Things that say grain-free that never contain grains
Yeah.
to begin with, or say plant-based, that I'm like, what is
Isn't that great?
made of before?
That is the hive mind of the interest groups that are trying to obfuscate. So yeah, and you know the processes of both, right?
Yeah.
Well, let me just ask you 2 questions. And I'll distill the first. The first question is, or not a question. I asked you the question, you gave me the answer. So I'll just amplify on it.
Yeah.
So in order for a cow to become meat, it has to first be violated, sexually by a farmer. They grow them up. If it's factory farming, which is 99%, they'll probably be spit on, laughed at, maybe sexually exploited by human beings because the mental the mental condition of these guys is not good. They're forced to see this stuff all day. And then it's born, it gets bigger. Eventually, when it's ready and reared for death, it'll be hung upside down and slaughtered. It'll have his neck slit wide open. Everything will go over the factory farm floor, and then it'll be packaged, for us to eat. So that's that. And plant-based meat more than most people. It's plants aggregated through heating, cooling, and pressure, fortified with vitamins. It's essentially vitamins, lipids, proteins, water, all presented as a plant-based patty, just as you described it earlier.
Yeah.
So, but let me ask you, which system would you prefer to vote for with your dollar?
Honestly, falls into a lot of things these days, but I wish for the opportunity of a third option because plants, in a lot of ways, you can go a lot more ethical.
Yeah.
But in a lot of ways, there's also drawbacks, like with almond farming.
Yeah.
the
Oh,
amount
I've
of
heard.
destruction that can come from that.
Yeah.
It's all really
Tons.
about the overconsumption.
Mm-hmm.
There are
Overconsumption is a huge part.
more animals being raised for slaughter for food
Yeah.
than our need be.
Yeah, you're
Because
absolutely
a lot
right.
of it is thrown out. There are a lot of things that are.
Buddy, I'm talking to her right now. I'm talking to her. You can talk.
You can't have that.
Why not?
Because you gotta leave. You can't have that.
What are you with the property?
Yeah, your question.
Oh, okay. Thank you for helping me stand up for animals. I appreciate what your contribution, ma'am. Just think about it moving forward with the whole plants thing. You kill 8 times more plants when you're not vegan. 8 times more plants. So it's it's kind of a red herring. It's off the table, and you don't have to eat almonds. Well, have a great day. All right, sir.
Okay, so you got
I mean, you're kind of blocking education here, but if that's what you want to do, that's okay. All right, everybody have a great day. Come with me. We're going to sign off in the car. Think about what you're doing, sir. All right, guys.
Later, man. You have a good day.
Later. You guys have a good one. Check out the resources for sure. So we're going to head back to home base here. Thanks again for talking to me. Just got kicked out. That's what happens when you show the truth, All right, you guys. So I'm gonna finish this up right in front of my car. I guess this guy's with the property. He's saying I can't do that here. So that's okay, because we have other places we can go. And he's kind of motivated me to do this in a different area. So everybody, thank you. Watch Dominion on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell. Just know that meat's not healthy. It's just a terrible thing to put in you or your child's body. There are better options out there. Please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. We're gonna be moving locations. This time to a place where we're not gonna get kicked out from.